Welcome. I'm Karina from Heal and Blossom. Today I want to talk about the consumerism of relationships, and actually consumerism in our society as a whole. So consumerism is the process of consuming things and services instead of it comes from social science, where we had kind of industrial society, which is where the focus was on what we produce, whereas now it's all about what we consume. And it's how we have our identity made, basically. So through the choices that we make, the brands that we choose, the products that we choose, we kind of portray what sort of a person we are. So if we are a sporty person, we'll go and shop at more sporty places. If we are a healthy person, then the food that we'll buy will be from like places like Holden Barrett or health stores. And choosing one brand over the other portrays what sort of personality we want to and lifestyle we want to project outside to the outside world, and for ourselves as well. It's how we create our identity. Now, what does this have to do with relationships? Well, with consumerism, a big factor of it is choice. We have a lot of choice, and this idea of always needing more. Need more. I need one more. I need a new car. I need a new phone. I need new clothes. Always new. And what has happened with the kind of the relative cheapness of things available to us, and with the choice that we have, is that the focus has shifted from fixing things that we already own and finding new purpose and new ways of using the things that we already own, and the focus has shifted onto buying new things and throwing away things that are broken. Now, this is what I see happen so much in relationships as well, especially with the apps that we have available to us, like Tinder and dating apps that are available to everyone. There's a big focus on, this one hasn't worked out, I'm going to swipe again. I don't know whether it's left or right. I never use those apps, but there's a big focus on swiping and, I'll try a next one. And so what happens is people don't invest in building relationships anymore. They don't have the patience. They have this, if this one doesn't work out, I can just do a few swipes on my Tinder app and I can find someone new, someone who will fit better. But the problem with this approach is that that's not how lasting relationships are built, because a relationship is never easy. Relationship requires work. There isn't a perfect person out there, because for one thing, no one knows what the perfect person is for them, because something that we think is perfect in reality can be something that doesn't really suit us at all. And the other thing is that we change as our life goes on, our priorities change, our values change, and the person that we are with, our potential partner, also changes. Their priorities changes, their values change, and they change. So what happens is that if you go by this consumerism model that, if this one doesn't suit me, I'll find another one. What happens is, even if you have found someone who's perfect for you, and for the first couple of years it's all nice and well, what happens when you start changing and your partner starts changing, you start to grow apart. And you are no longer matching, and you are no longer, at the same place that you were in a relationship. And if you have a consumerism model of view of relationship that, I'll try another one, then what happens is you're throwing away a perfectly good relationship, because what you can do in a relationship when you start to grow apart is that you start to choose that person on purpose. You choose that person every day. You choose them and you try to figure out how you fit in life together, because life is such a vast experience. There are so many different things that can happen, and through those different things, different memories come to us, and we change reacting to the life outside of us. And if we're not committed to building a relationship and fixing a relationship and really working on a relationship, then those life situations will just drive you further away from your partner. And you will never be able to find someone who will change exactly the same way as you do. And in fact, it's not even very interesting if the person changes exactly the same way as you do, because one of the most wonderful, beautiful things about a relationship is exploring your partner all over again, day in and day out, being absolutely curious about what is happening to your partner, what is changing, where are they, what new experiences have they experienced. That's how you keep the relationship alive. You are constantly curious by your partner. You're curious what is happening with them, with their world, and you choose them every single day. You constantly choose them, and if something isn't working out, if you are starting to drift apart, you work on it, you fix it, rather than throwing away and going back on your Tinder app and swiping again. So I'm hoping that this has given you some inspiration or some insight in how to build lasting relationships. And let me know, do you choose your partner every day? And have you thrown away perfectly good relationships, even when just from a little difference? And thank you very much for listening. I have been Karina from Heal and Blossom. Thank you very much, and I'm sending you much, much love. Goodbye.